Mako. Get ready, this is for real. Come on, let's do this together.
So in today's video, we have a fan-requested matchup, which is Raijin versus Gipsy Avenger, except the reason why this is different is because the pilots of Gipsy Avenger will be Mako and Raleigh instead of Jake and Nate. This is definitely a big factor and a big game changer in this matchup, because it's stated in Pacific Rim Uprising that the neural handshake between Jake and Nate is weak, and it's stated in Pacific Rim 1 that the neural handshake between Mako and Raleigh is strong. But Raijin comes into this battle as a Category 5 kaiju and standing at 350 feet tall, while Gipsy Avenger is a Mark 6 Jaeger standing at 268 feet tall. Now, just to break down this kaiju and this Jaeger on its own, excluding the pilots for the moment, Raijin has the shell, the inner and outer shell. The outer shell is very tough and gives this kaiju the special ability of absorbing and redistributing kinetic energy. You see this used multiple times throughout the movie, and when it's a part of the Mega Kaiju. And also has the electric jaw. And Gipsy Avenger comes into this battle with the plasma cannon, the gravity sling, and since Gipsy Avenger did go up against Raijin at the end point of the movie, Gipsy Avenger is going to have the two chainsaw swords that Obsidian Fury had, and that was transferred to Gipsy Avenger, since it's that part of the movie. And Gipsy Avenger also has missiles that he's able to fire out of many different places, out of his back, and then he has kind of rocket boosters on his feet. And then to mention the feats accomplished by Mako and Raleigh is very important. We have the kills from Mako and Raleigh, which Mako and Raleigh in particular, starting out in the middle of that movie, were successfully able to take down Leatherback, Category 4 Leatherback, a Category 4 Otachi in the street in a massive battle that went into the sky. And then in the underwater battle, Mako and Raleigh were able to take down Raiju in one slice, fight off Scunner and Raiju at the same time, but only successfully kill Raiju. And then at the end was able to kill a damaged Slattern, but was a Category 5 at the very least, a very deadly kaiju. And while it was very damaged and hurt, they were still able to successfully kill Slattern. Very important items to note for Raijin is how tough this kaiju really is. In the movie Pacific Rim Uprising, Gipsy Avenger attacks Raijin, and Raijin's able to take a punch and then push back Gipsy Avenger with the special ability. Is then able to take missiles immediately after that from another Jaeger, Bracer Phoenix, and is able to brush those off like they're nothing, and then knock Bracer Phoenix through a building. And then Raijin's up ready for round 3, in which Raijin's able to take multiple buildings from Gipsy Avenger. It's just able to brush them off. It does slow him down a little bit. And then the last one, I'd say, does slow Raijin down to a certain degree, because then the camera kind of cuts away. I don't really know exactly what was happening in that moment. Raijin was definitely still in that battle. And then I'd say the final factors for this matchup, the size definitely goes to Raijin. There's no doubt about it. 350 feet tall, much taller than Gipsy Avenger. And then the weapons definitely goes to Gipsy Avenger, because there are just way too many weapons equipped with this Jaeger, and way more than Raijin has. Really, Raijin only has one ability, if you really think about it. I'd say durability definitely goes to Raijin, just because of that shell and how tough it is, and how really the only thing that was able to crack that shell, if you can even say that at all, was the kind of rocket meteor that Gipsy Avenger was able to form in the end of that movie, and when it was attached to the Mega Kaiju. Speed and agility easily goes to Gipsy Avenger, because of how high-tech this Jaeger really is. And with Mako and Raleigh, it's just going to be that much better. And then speaking of Mako and Raleigh, that is going to be the ultimate factor in this fight, is the experience and intelligence from these pilots. Mako and Raleigh are very experienced just through that movie and what they were able to accomplish. Being able to take down so many kaijus and to fight so well, so much better than even what you see of Raleigh and his brother in the beginning of Pacific Rim. I think that's a very big factor to play in here. You had Gipsy Avenger piloted by Jake and Nate going into that battle against Raijin at the end of Pacific Rim Uprising, and they had a neural handshake that was very weak. And if you swap that out with two pilots that have very strong neural handshake, I think it is a much different story. And while I think it'd be a much different story and Gipsy Avenger would be much better off with Mako and Raleigh, I still don't think this fight is anywhere near easy, and could still go either way in my opinion. The main way I see it is those plasma chainsaws could be very deadly at close range. If Gipsy Avenger is able to get close enough, they could be very deadly. But if he goes in for an attack and gets blocked by the shell, then the electric jaw from Raijin could make it game over in a second. So he has to be very careful. Mako and Raleigh, if they go in for an attack, they have to make sure they kill Raijin or really get some massive damage off. It really could be the end. If they go in for an attack at that close of range with their swords, they have to make sure they actually get the kill. But the different story with the plasma cannon is that you see when Gipsy Avenger's battling the Mega Kaiju end of the movie, that plasma cannon's actually used, and it actually drains the energy from the Mega Kaiju shell, apart from Raijin. So this actually might be a very big advantage for Gipsy Avenger. Using that plasma cannon will not charge the shell, and will actually do the exact opposite. So that is one big advantage Gipsy Avenger has. Obviously, he can't use the rockets, and I feel ultimately that will be the way this will end. I feel ultimately the experience for Mako and Raleigh is what is going to win Gipsy Avenger this fight. I think Raijin is a very formidable foe. He's a Category 5. One of the more deadly kaijus, standing very tall height, very tough. The shell makes it a very formidable foe for sure. But I ultimately think that these weapons and this high technologically advanced Jaeger, with Mako and Raleigh being the pilots, I feel this gives this Jaeger such a massive advantage and will make it such a formidable Jaeger. And with just how technologically advanced it is, having these pilots, I just think it's too much. And in the end, Mako and Raleigh will find a way to win, because they always do. They will ultimately find a way to win. They have to be very careful, but I feel they will find a way to get a kill. We'll be able to take out Raijin and win this fight in the end. But make sure you let me know down below who you think will win in this matchup. And let me know if I missed anything. I'll be going through that list to pick more matchups for next week, so make sure you look out for that. And thanks for watching.